Dear learners, greetings from Bibhas Mahanta. Today I am going to discuss about hospital pharmacy. So in this lecture I will cover the definitions, objectives and function of hospital pharmacy, and we will discuss, along with that we will discuss the location and layout of hospital pharmacy. So let us start that what is hospital pharmacy, what is its definition. So hospital pharmacy is a department in which various activities like procurement, storage, compounding, dispensing, manufacturing, testing, packaging and distribution of drugs are taken place. So it is an important department. So here I told you about these type of activities are going on. So first of all I will tell about the procurement. So procurement means they have to procure or they have to receive the materials, or they have to purchase the materials. So after procurement they have to store it in a proper storage condition. All the whatever the items they have procured, that in the department it has to be stored. And another thing that sometimes they may go for compounding, or compounding of various types of medicaments or dosage forms are taking place in that department. After then they are dispensing it to the patients, and sometimes some manufacturing activities are also going on in this hospital pharmacy. They are preparing, suppose for example if I will tell that water for injections or your normal saline or dextrose normal saline. So there they are preparing some or they are manufacturing some products. So after manufacturing they are going for testing it. So after testing, if they found that quality is up to the mark, up to the official standard, then they have to pack that products, and after then they can distribute the drugs. So all these activities are going in this hospital pharmacy. So it's a very important service, or it's a essential service of any hospital, and it is concerned with, along with that it is concerned with the education and research in pharmacy. So they are engaged in some educational programs, and apart from that they are engaged in some research activities also, and this department, hospital pharmacy department, exerts a great deal of influence on the professional status as well as economic of the hospitals. And we know that every hospital is having that pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, and they are earning a lot of revenue through this hospital pharmacy. So it's a part of their revenue generating or we can say that's a revenue generating department. So they are earning a lot of money. Next is, it acts as a link between the physicians and patients. So we can say that they are acting as a bridge, or they are linking both the physicians as well as and the patients. So here I have shown in a schematic diagram, I have shown that how different types of different staffs or different peoples or different departments how they are interacting with this hospital pharmacy that I have shown in the schematic diagram, that you can see that patients can directly come in, they come directly and interact with the hospital pharmacy. Apart from that, hospital clinical staffs also they are interacting with this hospital pharmacy, and this you can see this nursing staffs as well as that hospital other departments. Hospital committees, various committees, we know that various committees are there in every hospitals. In early classes we have I have told, or I have specified that various committees are there. For example, financial committees, and apart from that executive committees. So PTC, pharmacy therapeutic committee, so many committees are there. They are also interacting with this hospital pharmacy, and this is another year hospital administrations also they are interacting with the hospital pharmacy department. So let us discuss about the objectives of hospital pharmacy. So what are the objectives of this hospitals, where what is their aim or objectives, that things we will discuss. So first of all, a very important point is that they have to, this hospital pharmacy department ensures the availability of right medicaments or medications at the right time in right dose at the minimum possible cost. So this is very very important point. So what I told you here, they are ensuring the availability of right medications, right time, right dose, and means at the minimum possible cost. So these things, regarding these drugs, these hospital pharmacy department ensures about these things, that right medicines at the right time, at the right dose, with minimum possible cost. So we might have so many times we might have observed that same means composition drugs that are available at means different, but the cost are different, because that manufacturer are different, and they have means kept the different prices. So what I have told you, these means hospital pharmacies, one of the objective is they should provide that medicines or that particular medicines with a minimum possible cost. Now means sometimes it is means one company it is so high and one company it is somewhat low, means less price. So they have to ensure means at the minimum possible cost. Second point, to professionalize the functioning of pharmaceutical services in a hospital. So they have to look after this professionalization and functioning of pharmaceutical service in a hospitals. Third point is to act as a counseling departments for medical staff, nurses, and for patients. So this is also very important point, very important objectives. That one is that counseling, they counsel the departments for medical staffs, nurses, as well as for patients, because means they are counseling all these regarding the regarding the drugs or the information regarding the information about the drugs. They are counseling and they are to these medical staffs, nurses, as well as patients. So fourth point is it acts as a data bank on drug utilization. So because they are keeping all the informations, all the information regarding the drug, various drugs, various categories of drugs. So they are keeping the data year wise, and from that they can we can get any information. Suppose if hospitals inquire, suppose somebody is doing research on a particular particular drug, then this department, from this department they can get information that which category of drugs are selling more in that in the hospitals, or that type of any information about that drug utilizations. They can get data from this hospital pharmacy. So this is the another objectives. So fifth point is to participate in research projects. So they are participating directly or indirectly, or in these research programs or research activities. Sixth point is to plan, organize, and implement pharmacy policy and procedures. So they are planning, they are organizing, and they are implementing pharmacy policies and procedures. So different policies, pharmacy policies, they are planning, they are organizing, and they are implementing in that hospitals. So seventh point is to implement decision of the pharmacy therapeutic committee. So this is very important. We know that pharmacy therapeutic committee is a very important committee of hospitals. So whatever the decision has been taken in the pharmacy therapeutic committee, so that decision regarding the hospital pharmacy, so that decision they are implementing. This pharmacy hospital pharmacy department is implementing the decision taken by or the resolution that has been passed in that in the pharmacy therapeutic committee. They are implementing that one. So last point is to coordinate and cooperate with other departments of a hospital. So this is we can say this is this department, hospital pharmacy department, that is acting, or that is coordinating and cooperating with other departments of a hospital. For example, they are cooperating and coordinating with nursing department. They are coordinating and cooperating with, suppose we can say there are various clinical departments like surgery department, like ENT, ophthalmology. So these hospital pharmacy, they are coordinating all these departments, so whatever is available in a hospital. So let's discuss about the various functions of hospital pharmacy. because we must know that what are the functions. This is very important one. So it provides specification for the purchase of drugs, chemicals and biological etc. So you see, so while means when they are going for procurement or purchasing of any either any drugs or chemicals or biologicals, so at that time they are means giving some specification, and as per the specification that purchase committee has to purchase the products from various firms. Specification means what will be the means what should be the quality, what are the different parameters, quality parameters that have to means that have to be checked while going for purchasing of any drugs or means you can say that chemicals or biologicals, they are means they have to check. So these hospital pharmacy are means specifying the that parameters, and as per that parameters that purchase committee has to purchase. So second thing is store the drugs and other items properly. So after purchasing this means when they receive that materials, whatever it has been purchased or whatever it has been procured, so means next step is they have to store the drugs or the any other items in proper storage condition, because you know different drugs having different storage condition. So they have to, as per their means requirement, that storage condition requirements, they have to this hospital pharmacy are keeping that drugs or that items, particular items as per their means storage condition, proper storage condition. Next, third is manufacture and distribute medicaments such as tablets, capsules, ointments and stock mixtures. So sometimes they are engaging in manufacturing activities, and after manufacturing they are distributing also means various medicaments, means like you know that tablet, capsules, ointment and stock mixtures. Fourth point is manufacturing and sterilization of parenteral preparation at the hospitals. So in some hospitals, some parenteral preparations, that manufacturing of parenteral preparation is going on. So when there means when that type of preparation means is going on, so at that time they are manufacturing and they are sterilizing and they are evaluating also that quality, also they are evaluating of that particular parenteral preparation. So these type of activities are means taking place in that hospital. So next, fifth point is dispense of drugs and other items as per the prescription written by the physicians. So means that you know that doctors are prescribing some medicines, and that medicine this means that medicine has to be dispensed by this pharmacist to the patients. Next, fill and label of all drug containers from which medicines are to be administered. So they have to fill that drug containers, or they have to label the drug containers from where that medicines to be administered. That is also another function of this hospital pharmacy. So another function is management, store management. So there means managing the stores. Managing stores means while managing the stores means different activities means they have to they have to do that different activities like purchasing of drugs, storing the drug or products that items properly, and maintenance the record. So this is maintenance of records is also very important because that will help a lot. So next point is establish and maintain drug information center. So this is very important point. And we know that about the drug information center. So every hospital has every big hospitals having one drug information center from where that patients along with that medical staffs, nursing staff, all that persons can get information regarding the drug, like how to use, or what are the side effects, what are the various drug interaction, all these informations one can get from the drug information center. And already I have told you that every hospital is having one drug information center. So that hospital pharmacies another important responsibility or function, you can say that they have to establish and maintain this drug information center. So next is provide patient counseling service while supplying drugs, especially from outpatient department. So they engage these hospital pharmacy also engage in patient counseling means counseling, because while means you know that while means dispensing the medicines to the outpatients, at that time they are means giving some information regarding how to use the drugs, or means what are the precautions they have to take, because sometimes that means the doctor means may or may not have have given the suggestion or instruction to the patients. So means that is the so it is the responsibility of hospital pharmacy while dispensing that particular medicine to the hospital, so to the patient, they have to give that type of instruction. So they are they have to counsel the patients. So next point is maintain relationship between medical staff, nursing staff and patients. So they are maintaining a good relationship, between these medical staff, nursing staff and patients. Next is to provide cooperations in teaching and research programs of the hospital. So it is also their responsibility or their duty to cooperate in teaching as well as research program which is going on in any hospitals. Next point is discard the expired drugs and containers with own and missing labels. So discard the expired drugs. Sometimes some drugs has been expired and that are still that will be in that store. So it is the responsibility of hospital pharmacists to check that what are the expired drugs are there that to be discarded, or suppose any containers will be there. Sometimes some containers, some labels are damaged, or sometimes there will be no labels. So that type, if that type of containers are available in that hospital pharmacy, that has to be discarded. So next, provide drug manufacturing service. So they are providing a drug manufacturing service also wherever it is required. So this is the various functions of hospital pharmacy. I have shown in a schematic a diagram. So they are engaging in the manufacturing, they are engaging in dispensing, they are in purchase and inventory control, so in teaching, in research and in control of this in manufacturing of various bulk and large volume parenterals, small volume parenterals. So next we will discuss about the location of hospital pharmacy. This is very important because it's a very important department. Hospital pharmacy department is a very important department, and then for that reasons the location should be in a suitable place. So you see, this hospital pharmacy should be located in the hospital's premises where the patient and staff can easily approach. So it must be established, or it must be set up in that particular place where that the patient as well as staff can easily or they can with a very easily or with a very short time period they can reach or they can approach, because sometimes some emergency medicines they have to bring. So if it will be in a far distance from that one, so that may be problematic. So it should be what I told you here, that it should be located in that particular in a place where the patients as well as staff can easily reach or easily approach. So next is your dispensing unit should be preferably located on the ground floor in a multi-storied building. So if it is a multi-storied building, hospital is a multi-storied building hospital, then the dispensing unit or where that patient or will get that drugs or that dispensing unit. So that should be preferably located at the ground floor of this multi-storied building. So next is your department are so arranged that there is a continuous flow of men and materials. So these other departments, whatever the different departments are available in a hospital, so that should be arranged in such a way that it should be there should be a continuous flow of men and materials. So next is your outpatient pharmacy. So it should give a pleasant appearance and must be adequately spacious. So this is another thing, that outpatient pharmacy. means where means only that patients will come and they will receive the means medicines and they have to leave. So if that type of is there, so that should have pleasant appearance, good appearance, and must be adequately spacious. So space it should be spacious, it should be spacious. Next is waiting room of this outpatient pharmacy. So if any waiting room is there in the outpatient pharmacy, so it should have professional look, and there should be provision of educative poster on health and hygiene and light literature for reading. So in this waiting room these type of facilities should be available. So what I told you, if any outpatient pharmacy, if any waiting room will be there, so in that room should have professional look, and there should have some educative posters on health and hygiene. So regarding health means suppose how to regarding means poster regarding health, if I will give one example, I can say that how to prevent stroke, or if stroke heart stroke means came, what are the steps you have to take, what precaution or what you can do, or any other that type of things, or regarding hygiene, how to clean your means hand, like that type of posters will be there. Or sometimes it may be that food and calorie value, that type of posters should also be there in this waiting room. And apart from that, some light literature should also be there for reading purpose for those who has to wait in this waiting room of this outpatient pharmacy. So next, manufacturing unit must be located adjacent to the pharmacy, and adequate space should be there for routine manufacturing of stock solution, bulk powders, ointment, etc. So if a manufacturing unit is there in any hospital pharmacy, so that should be located adjacent to the pharmacy, and that should be adequate that should have adequate space and for routine manufacturing of stock solutions or bulk powders or ointment, etc. Next is your medical store. So it should be located adjacent to the pharmacy, itself, or should be directly connected with the pharmacy. So either it should be adjacent or it should be directly connected with this pharmacy. Next, both manufacturing unit and medical stores issue against requisition form from various department. So what I told you here, that if manufacturing unit is there in that hospital pharmacy department, and medical stores suppose it is there, so they have to issue the items or drugs against this requisition form. So the generally the various departments are sending their requirements, and there in a written form, that form or we can say that requisition form. So after receiving that requisition form, that manufacturing unit or medical stores, against that requisition form they have to issue the drugs or the any items. Next, pharmacy issues materials to inpatient and as well as outpatients. So next point is the inpatients are served by nursing stations who receives their materials from the pharmacy. So the inpatients, the patients who are in indoor hospitals, that are we know that are being served by the nursing peoples or nursing staffs, who that nursing staffs generally receives the materials from the hospital pharmacy department. So this is the layout of hospital pharmacy that I have shown in a schematic diagram. So here this is the open space, so you have to wait here for receiving any drugs or any items. So this is the dispensing area, you can see this is the dispensing area, and this is the passage, and this is the administrative section where administrative officers who is the in charge of this hospital pharmacy, that is his chamber. This is aseptic area where various parenteral or products are being manufactured or they are being handled. So this is the aseptic area, area, or means this is the manufacturing sections where different manufacturing activities are going on. This is the store for raw materials, this is the medical stores, and this is the finished products, product. Thank you very much for listening my lecture.